Welcome to my channel. You are crafting with Kim Byers, and today we are making temporary tattoos. So I am going to show you how to make temporary tattoos from scratch, and we don't even have to use any type of machine. We are going to need our computer to get our designs together and a printer, but that is it. So no Cricut machines, no Silhouette machines, no special die cutting machines, none of that. We are going to do this old school and simple. So let's hop over to my computer. Let me show you what we're doing, and then we'll jump over to the craft table. Okay, so here we are on my computer, and this is Canva.com. So today I'm making tattoos for a cross-country race that we have this weekend. And so I've gone ahead and set everything up, but I want to back up and show you how to do this. So you can make these full color, you can make them any size you want, you could make little tiny tattoos or a tattoo as large as the sheet. These are 8.5 by 11 sheets. So what you do when you get to Canva.com, let's back out to the home page, you will go up into custom and you'll make an 8.5 by 11 sheet, because this is just like a basic piece of printer paper, except it's tattoo paper. Okay, so once you have that blank sheet, you can go into uploads and upload designs that you've gotten from other websites. You could upload your own design. You could go into photos and get elements that are free. A lot of these are free in Canva. This one is Pro, which means that you have to have the monthly subscription, but there are tons of free things. And then you could go into text and you could make your own saying there. You could go into elements and grab things like little arrows and circles and kind of overlay and do anything you want. So we're going to go, let's hop back into the design that I've already created, and I want to show you how I did this. So there's a couple of websites that I like to go to when I'm not designing for myself and grab designs from other really talented people. So if you hop over, let's just really quickly, so here's one. I wanted to get a verse for the girls on our team. They love to write verses on their arms or on their calves while they're running. And this is a way for them, just to feel closer to the Lord themselves. And then, of course, it's always great for other athletes to see, scripture when they're running. Let's say running is a tough sport. But the girls use Sharpies a lot of times and write the scripture, on their body. And so I thought this would be a really great way for them to have that without having to use a Sharpie. And then, if you're not going to do something like that, you just want to create something for your kiddo. So I have a niece who's 5 who loves unicorns, but you can do full color tattoos. So grab a little design set like this, and then you just, once you download that to your computer, you upload that into Canva. So let's hop back over into Canva. So I grabbed, we're the Patriots, so I grabbed the Patriots from, I believe I got that from Creative Fabrica, and they have tons of different, mascots. And then, of course, I got the scripture piece, and then I did grab a very simple cross. The guys on our team wanted to wear a cross. And then I did go into text and just grab, there's tons of different text choices in here, and they have, some sets that are already set up for you, so you can just pull those in, and then you just click on them and, change the font color to anything you want it to be, and change it to say anything you want it to say. So this is the one I used to make Go ACA. Okay, so let's delete that one real quick. Okay, so once you pull your design in, so let's just really quickly go into uploads, and when you pull a design in, you can make it as large or as small as you want that to be. So what I would suggest doing is pull it in and size it to whatever size you think you're going to want it to be, and then duplicate it 3 or 4 times and try to maximize the amount of space you have on that sticker sheet. So this is what I did with this one, and I'm actually thinking about creating a second. These crosses are roughly, so they're about 1.5 inches a piece, and I want to make sure that's the same size. 1.5 inches a piece, and some of the guys wanted some to put on their calves that were, much larger, like maybe 2.5 inches across. So I may create a second sheet and do that. The great thing is you can squeeze a whole lot of tattoos on one 8.5 by 11 sheet. These are actually kind of large, but if you were doing them for a child's hand, you may only want them to be 1 inch by 1 inch, and then you could just get a ton on one sheet. So once you have all the designing done the way that you want it to be, what you want to do is, if you've used text, so this feature here, if you click on that, you have a lot of different choices up here. If you click on this image, you see your choices are different. So you have to mirror image anything that you are going to create a tattoo out of. So if I clicked on this image, I could just go up and hit flip it horizontally, and then that's perfect. Well, unfortunately, that does not work if you have text. So with text, there is no flip feature in Canva. So really easy way to fix that. So you just go into download, okay, and then we're going to use a PNG. We're going to download that file, and then we're going to save this to our computer. Okay, so now that we have saved that to our computer, we're going to go to uploads, and we're going to upload media. Okay, so see, we're uploading our image. Now let's just add a page. So we have a blank sheet. We're going to grab our image, and then because it was sized perfectly, what you want to do is drag it at the corners so it's the exact same size as an 8.5 by 11 sheet. But now this is an image. So you can go up into flip, and you mirror image the entire sheet all at one time. And now that you've done that, the only thing to do is to download that. So you just want the one page, you want the second one that you flipped. You're going to download that page, and we're going to print it. So now that we have our mirror imaged page, what you want to do is just go up and print this sheet. So it's important here that you choose photo on glossy paper. So this paper for the tattoos is kind of like a gloss or a high gloss paper. You want to make sure that you grab one of those depending on what your printer allows. What you don't want to do is you don't want default settings. What default does is it prints as low res as possible to save your ink. But when you're doing something like tattoos or sublimation, you want to make sure that you are selecting a photo quality print so that it gives you all the ink. So we press that, and then we also want to make sure that our scaling is 100 and not a version of even a couple of percentages, and then go to print. Okay, so here we are on the craft table, and these are the things we're going to use today. So this is the printed out sheet that we just did, and then this is the paper that we're using. So this is a tattoo paper, and it's actually two pieces. So this is the adhesive top, and then this is the white glossy piece that we printed on. So we're going to take this and adhere it to the sheet, and then that's what's going to make it into a tattoo. I also have my scraping tool, I have a pair of scissors, I have my brayer, and I have my paper trimmer. Now these things you don't necessarily have to have. You don't have to have a brayer, paper trimmer, but if you line these up perfectly, you can use your paper trimmer to cut them out. And by the way, guys, if you are a Cricut owner, you can make this with print then cut, and then cut it out with your Cricut, and that works great too. It's just that for these, I didn't see a need basically to cut them out with the Cricut because they're not intricate. So I'm just gonna trim them out with my scissors, but you could, for really, intricate tattoos, you could do that with your Cricut. Okay, so let's move these out of the way, and let me show you how to put this adhesive on. Okay, so my tattoo paper is actually a Silhouette brand, and it's really great because some of the tattoo paper sheets don't have this lip. So basically you have to pull it back and cut off the back piece of it. But this brand actually went ahead and pulled off, or cut away that little piece. And what this does is, if you can just peel it back and take that little edge off. So we just sort of line that up and then place that down. Okay, so now you have that one little lip up at the top that is sticky. Okay, so then what you do is you flip it around facing you. We're going to slowly peel this away, bringing it down on to the sheet. Go slow and even. Fantastic. Okay, so now once that is in place, you can take the brayer, or you could take your scraping tool, or if you don't have either one of these, use your hand. But basically you just want to make sure that you get really good adhesion. Okay, and so at this point you could take your paper trimmer and trim these all out, or you could take scissors and trim them all out. I am likely going to leave them on this sheet and then just cut them out as the kids choose their tattoo tomorrow when we have our race. But then, okay, so at this point they're done. So what you have to do at this point is, once you cut them out, you guys know how to do just the normal commercial temporary tattoos. So you'll want a paper towel or a bath cloth or something that is damp, and then once you apply it to your skin and you hold it on, and then you just peel it off. After I think it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds is what we typically do. Okay, so what'd you think? Those were really, really easy to make. So I hope that you will hop down in the description below and check out all the materials that we used today. And if you have any comments, I love comments, any questions, leave those down below for me as well. I answer every single one. I want you to craft with confidence. I want you to have fun with your crafting. So make sure you jump down and talk to me. And if you have not already, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join me for all my future videos. See you next time.